righty then. How you doing? If you recognize that song, that's White Lion, and that song is When the Children Cry, by the way, which is featured in the movie Cages. So just go to schoolbigdub.com and you can find the movie Cages, or just go to watchcages.com directly. I'm here with my buddy Alan Fountain.
Hi guys.
This is Two Dudes Chillin', and we're gonna have an exciting time today. I have a feeling the show is gonna get bigger and better because people are seeming to respond to it. They like the format. We have really crazy conversations, and Alan came up with a phenomenal idea. We put some conversations right here on a wheel, which we will be spinning, but there's also 3 locations on this wheel where you can win a silver coin, 2 silver coins, or 3 silver coins from our buddy from Verity Metals at veritymetals.com. So how cool is that?
I like that.
And we'll tell you how you're going to win that. Just hang in here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Notice Alan put 47 on here because that is the atomic number
for
right?
silver.
For silver,
Yep.
which also happens to be the next presidential race.
And also adds up to 11.
And adds up to 11, which
benevolent
is
11.
One of my 2 favorite numbers.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
and I'm an 11 according to numerology.
And
I'll defer to him. He knows more about that than I do. But there's some cool things on here. We'll read them pretty soon. But anyways, that's what we're going to do today. It's going to be a lot of fun. The only thing we're missing is the cognac and cigars today, but that's all right.
Next time, maybe.
Next time, maybe. Yeah. My wife says, hell no.
We have to get outside.
Yeah, not in the house, you know.
That's right. Yeah, we have to have a vape, a cigar vape. There is such a thing.
Right. Aye. So, Alan, what's going on?
Nothing. It's kind of crazy Schumann resonance earlier in the week, the energies. And I'm noticing people are being more sensitive to the energies in the world and how the cosmos affect us. People just seem to be more sensitive right now to everything going on. But life's great. Things good.
So did you check out the Schumann resonance today?
I was checking it as I was coming down the stairs, and I haven't had a chance to look. I might peep at it in a moment, but I felt like it was high earlier, but I'll have to take a peep and see.
All right, cool, cool. I'm now just learning about that more from you, which I feel is intriguing. What's your aside from the Schumann resonance? What's your take on things right now? Because it feels very odd.
Yeah, it does feel odd, and with the Democratic convention coming up, I think that's going to be a reveal. We know people have come into this operation at different stages. I am fortunate in that I participated and witnessed it from 2017, 2016, 2015, and I got to witness all the different changes that people are not able to see now. A lot of the people that might have come in during the and they woke up and they started following the 17 movement and the Patriots online. They were a little lost right now because they're seeing the Democrats return. They're seeing Kamala running for office. They're seeing all of the characters that we thought were possibly taken out or were presumed to be sinister all reappearing. So they've been a little confused, and some have felt like, are we getting double crossed? What's really going on? So I've been going back and pointing out when I see something in the news topics or the daily talking points, and pointing out what it is if you have followed the operation. Like, for instance, with the clemency deals and stuff, people are seeing like Obama come back, and they're seeing them come back from the convention. A lot of people thought that they were going to be a big reveal and we would find out that something had happened to them. But I go back and I point out how that there was alleged clemency deals. They showed how this would happen. They had the Congress and they had politicians and they had the Senate of people where they put into a map. And there was four categories: the actors, the movie, the positions, and it goes in there and it shows how these people were either flipped and told that you have to act like your life depends on it. And this, John McCain, possibly Herbert Walker Bush. So these people who came into the second phase were not aware of these aspects. So I've been going back all this week and putting in articles and reminding people what happened in the past. You have to reflect. And it says future proves past, which means the news unlocks the truth, which is future proves past is what's coming out of the media now proves what happened in the past. So that's kind of what I'm observing now.
Interesting. So if it's interesting because you hear clemency deals would indicate that these people are still alive and well.
Yeah.
Yet we hear a completely other narrative that Obama was pleading like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Before. How do you discern what to believe and what not to believe?
Well,
or maybe they're both false.
I personally, I use personal discernment based on my personal life experience. I guess I would say I'm somewhat have a little edge on discernment because I know people who were in the orbit of these people at some point, and I'm trying to observe by their reactions and their social media and how they're behaving, how much energy I can put into that versus not put into that. I'm of the discernment that until I see an analog video, they're alive, because they're alive in consciousness, whether it's CGI, whether it's a mask or a doppelganger or whatever, they are still alive as long as their avatar is responding in our consciousness. So I consider them alive, but I know all of these other plausible options exist because consciousness got fed with the fact that there are masks, that there are CGI, and we went through all the simulations of like with the America's Got Talent thing with Simon Cowell. So we got shown all these plausible possibilities. So we're really not going to ever know until or if there is an analog reveal or a disclosure. And I'm kind of I'm hopeful for everyone's well-being because people are angry that the idea of not having a full reveal. So only time is going to tell. I'm open-minded of the others, but I assume that they're alive until I know otherwise.
So
except for John McCain and Herbert Walker Bush,
right? Because they actually had the funeral.
They had the Rommel deaths. Yeah.
So you're assuming. So there is some to me that they're so obviously a body double being used. I'm just going to point out two, Biden and Clinton. Yeah. Those are the two most obvious. But I will say, if Obama is a double, he's the best one of the bunch. Yeah. Because even his aging process looks like the same guy. Now, what I will say, because we have to use our discernment, Obama, if you look at his past and even during the presidency, he loved to wear shorts.
Okay, yeah.
I don't see him in shorts. The few times he comes out in public now,
interesting,
he's in pants.
That's a good point right there.
So he may be wearing, if he is still alive, he could be wearing an ankle bracelet still.
Oh, interesting.
Right? And maybe he pleaded or whatever, or he got some type of deal because he's such a key player in this that they needed him alive. You guys, we really don't know. Yeah. And we're not supposed to know. There may be 10 people that know the answers to these questions. Yeah. But what we're doing is we're trying to put the information. You touched on something I want to talk about, and then we'll get to spinning the wheel. Because I think it's very, very important. And I know I upset people when I say this. I will not be surprised at all if there is not full disclosure. I will not be surprised if there's not 3 days disclosure or 10 days of darkness or any of that stuff. None of it would surprise me. And I don't care. Here's why. Yeah. Because there's one thing that I think is more important than disclosure. Now, just remember, if the disclosures come from the Trump team or whoever, you still have a governmental control mechanism giving you the information. Yeah. I'm not saying it'll be false. If it's analog, say it'll be correct. And I sure hope we see some of the analog. What I think is more plausible and would actually be more sustainable for us long term is for the so-called good guys, the white hats, the gray hats, to create a level playing field. So we, the people, will start doing the disclosures. Yeah. Maybe some of it will be leaked to us, some analog videos. We, the people, will do the disclosures. And all I ask is that they're unabated. Yeah. They're not suppressed. Yeah. If they're going to go viral, they go viral. Yeah. Right? We don't need somebody telling us this happened. Yeah. Right? We have enough information. And if they give us access to records and everything else,
Yeah.
the people can do this. Now, I think the people would be more powerful doing this, because then what happens is the mechanism will be embedded, like we matter more than any government or control mechanism out there.
Yeah.
Right. And vet us.
Yeah.
If I put something out there, vet me, vet the information. And then the more, I believe, if it goes that way, more people will jump on it and really expose it. So I actually feel like as long as we have a level playing field in finances, government is virtually abolished, and on disclosures, it's unabated.
Yeah.
We're going to be in good shape. We don't need them to disclose anything.
I agree.
Plus, they may have to protect themselves.
Yeah.
Because they probably had to make some agreements in this war that they will not disclose certain things.
Yeah, I would have thought that it would have been a part to get expedited ability to move forward faster, offering that arrangement in a clemency deal of that will preserve, your legacy as much as possible. And I think they're doing it more for the general public and also for the reputation of America. And also, even though this is a global thing, I think enough truth will have to come out to let the world know. They say that whoever wins the war gets to rewrite the future history and consciousness. So if we, the people, win the war, we'll be the ones setting the new consciousness for the future, not a government body.
I've been saying this forever. That we have to write the history.
Yeah.
Now, I'm okay with the gray hats priming the pump.
Yeah.
Giving us a little bit in a direction so people go, oh, wow, there are some major conspiracies.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll pay attention. And then whatever platform we're on, YouTube, whatever it is, that will have free reign to get the information out, and the people can check themselves.
Yeah.
I don't mind people fact checking in comments.
Well,
I don't have an issue with that. I do mind when it's fact checked right under the screen when you do or say something, because that's what who's in control of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, what is different now is that I was I would say that I was had Democrat friends and people around me. My family was divided. Some were Republicans, some were Democrats. But what I noticed as an advocate that was revealing most of the Democrat institutions were the spearheads of that operation, but they were doing it for controlled opposition and to control the narrative. So what has happened is the people on the liberal side that are not compromised are control agents. The liberal side knows this exists, but now the right side knows it exists. So now we have two sides of people that are not compromised, are not part of a secret society, that can flood consciousness with this information. So we're getting more of a balance as we move forward. So that's a positive thing.
I do. And clearly there's an awakening going on.
Yeah.
Like I say, you can't put the genie back in the bottle.
No.
So this is just a matter of time before this is won.
Yeah.
Because we're already on the road. Hey, why don't we do this? So Alan created this awesome wheel. Let's do this.
We're going to pick a topic this time?
Well, how about you read them and then we're going to spin it.
You got it. Excellent.
So you read all if you could read all the time, would you prefer I read them?
Yeah, if you mind if you have trouble with it.
No, I'm going to cheat.
I'm having trouble with my eyes.
So we have one topic is shadow government, adrenochrome / luge, false flags, X trending topics, top 5. Oh, that's the Bilderberg Group, secret societies, clemency. What is it? The movie?
Clemency Deals. The movie, yeah.
Clemency Deals, the movie. Looking Glass Technology, SES, that's the Senior Executive Services, and non-player characters, NPCs. Ooh, I love NPCs. Shadow government, we already covered that. And of course, free spots to win. You know what? Let's do this. Would you like to do? Oh, it's from your end. I guess I have to spin it considering the angle of this, right? All right, guys, here we go. Start it with dirty metals at the top. This is new for us. Could go wrong. It's live. And already
Is it
somebody
gold?
wins silver. A
Silver. I mean,
silver coin. Okay, here's how it works, folks. I have a randomized generator on my phone. Doo, doo, doo. And then what we'll do is right now between 1 and 100, you can only put it in once in chat. Put it in chat. We're going to talk for probably the next minute or two, give you a chance of time to get them into the chat. And then we will give a silver coin away from Verity Metals. How cool is that? Happened. It already happened. Our fear is this is all that would happen. That this would just be the silver giveaway show. So we'll see what happens.
So we could probably delay a few extra minutes since we have a delay other than.
Absolutely. You know what we'll do?
Yeah.
Now,
we
just created a new rule. So when that happens, we're going to wait for you guys to put your numbers in, and then we'll talk about another topic real quick.
Excellent.
How's that? Topic is, by the way, if it would have hit silver again, I would have moved it to the left. We have X trending top 5 topics.
Wow, let's pull it up on X and see what's trending here.
All right. Well, that screwed us up because now we got that delay. That's all right.
No, this fast.
So
it's right here. Here's the trending topics.
Oh, cool. We have the numbers flying in, guys. 20 more seconds for the numbers, and then we're going to have to stop.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Take your time because we'll be able to do this first.
All right.
Let's do this, guys. 10 seconds to get your numbers in. And we have this really cool app here. All righty.
Oh, gosh, right. You get to run though.
Here we go. So this is not the current number. This is just a number on the screen. I will hit the button, and you will see live what number we pull up. It's kind of fun, Alan.
Gives a little punch, a little something
different. Here we go. Numbers must stop now, and go. The winner is, oh my God, of course it is.
Don't tell me it's 47.
It's 33. Like we're taking our numbers back. There's 50 tour stops in 33 days. We said we're taking 33
what
back.
What are the odds of that?
We just grabbed 33 and took it back.
That's awesome.
So, are you looking at them, honey? With 33? The winner is already Taz Girl, TazGirl, I assume. Taz Girl had 33 first. We are taking our numbers back. We said we're taking our numbers back. We said 33 is the number we're taking back. What the heck just happened? How cool is that? So, Taz Girl, please email us at screwbiggov@protonmail.com. Screwbiggov@protonmail.com. And we'll get you, she had 1 silver coin. So we'll send you a silver coin right from Verity Metals. How cool is that? Just email, just send your contact information and your address. Congratulations. Well, that was cool
awesome.
already.
That was fantastic.
And by the way, put in chat if you like this. If this is cool for you, we'll continue to do this. My wife just gave us the thumbs up. So really, it doesn't matter what you say at this point.
That's awesome. So, I checked trending earlier, and what came up, we said something within the top 5. And the only thing that really popped up that was current was the Friends guy.
Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry is topping the news today. So that was the trending topic.
Great conversation.
So we can kind of bounce back on what's going on with that. Because I have found that there is an addiction history with survivors and people who have been traumatized who are holding on to secrets that goes against their consciousness. They usually wind up with an addiction because it's not in their organic path to not have a conscience. And so there's an addiction history in all these people that have passed in water. So wouldn't it be compelling if that was a link in some way?
I think it's plausible, and here's why. There's one narrative that is in the mainstream that you can't call conspiracy anymore, and the crew of the show Friends, they are known to say "Hail Satan" in a group before their shows.
Wow,
and that's mainstream. That's not like that's some conspiracy anymore. Yeah. They were used to go in a group, and now they claim, oh, it was just a joke. It's something we would joke about, right? You don't joke about.
Not in Hollywood. That's not a joke.
No. So they did that before the filming of every episode. I actually know one of the directors. I was actually on. I'm not going to get too much detail, but I know him very well. One of the directors of Friends, and I ended up seeing some things that could have been pretty sketchy about this guy too. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is this is a war, but it's also you're catching criminals,
Yeah, yeah.
right? The way you catch criminals is you find somebody in the organization that you can turn, flip, compromise even,
Yeah.
or get to tell. What if Matthew Perry was the one guy that the good guys could get to
Yeah,
give
yeah.
him? And why would he be the perfect pick? Because he was openly an alcoholic
Yep.
and he already has demons like that.
Yeah.
He would be the perfect pick because they understand that maybe his demons were from the bad things that he was
Sure.
involved in Hollywood.
Sure.
So they could appeal to that nature,
Yeah.
and therefore they could have gotten Matthew Perry, flipped him, got the information, put him in witness protection.
Yeah.
Ergo, watch
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah.
Now this is speculation, but
Yeah.
what a compelling story, and we know we're going to find things out like this
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it is very compelling, the people that have passed along this journey. And when there was so many variables with Watch the Water. So I'm open-minded to that. There might be something there without digging, but you know, this Hollywood, it's such a wild ride. All of this trying to figure out what is a secret society ritual, what is a military strategic move, what is part of the sting operation. You know, there's so much going on here, but it's a ride.
So I'll tell you something fascinating,
Yeah.
and then we'll spin the wheel
You
again.
got it.
So I just, for the first time, looked at my phone just to see the time because we track how long we're on
Yeah.
here. We're in Pacific time, and guess what time it is? 3:33.
Wow, it is 3:33.
First time I looked at the time.
This
Guys-
is very, that's
Guys,
wild. Yeah.
numbers mean something, and I think we're going to find
Well,
out.
do you realize we're in the 33rd week of the year as well?
Oh, what? There we go. And we're in the 33rd week of the year. Okay, because listen to this, guys.
This is synchronicity to me.
That's right. So I just got off another show with Jim Price, and he loved the fact that we're doing 33 days and we're taking back our numbers. Then you guessed a number, which is
That's
great,
weird.
Taz, 33, and then we randomly, this is a random
People are going to swear that we control
No,
this.
this is a random generator, 33,
Yeah.
and I was tracking the phone, and I looked back and it said 333.
Yeah.
Guys, this is telling you
Synchronicity.
Okay, and I just got the God bumps.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's synchronicity.
So this is what it's telling you.
Yeah.
I want everybody to understand this. This is how powerful this is. This is telling you that we, the people, are in control, right?
Yeah.
With divine intervention, of course. These are signs that say, yes, go take those numbers back. Those Satanists don't own this anymore, and we've got this. Wow, this is very powerful.
It's about intention, and I think we can put our intentions behind these numbers and not bow down to them anymore. I'm really blown away by those synchronicities just now. Yeah.
My wife's over here just going, oh my God, she is blown away too. It's very cool.
She's a witness. Yeah.
So let's go. Let's spin to win. There's not 33 spaces on the wheel.
Can we spin this time?
There's only 14 spaces. Oh, well, there we go. Let's talk about Osiris. 14.
Is that really Osiris?
Oh yeah. Okay, let's talk about
Osiris.
Okay. Do you remember?
Oh, you said the 14.
Do you remember what was that clown that used to manage Clinton's John whatever?
John Podesta. John Podesta.
The fish and the 14 on his hands. Okay, so the symbolism there. The idea is the reason why you see these obelisks all over the world in all these countries. By the way, generally on ley lines. Reason why you see this is it's an homage to Osiris. And Osiris is the god who he was cut into 14 pieces.
Wow.
And the only piece they did not find is why find me all the pieces of my husband. We need my husband to be put back together so they can mummify him and so on and so forth. They found 13 pieces. They didn't find the 14th. The 14th piece that they did not find was the penis.
Wow.
And she constructed a clay penis and attached it to him, right? And that's what was inside the tomb.
Interesting.
So they pay homage to him with their clay stone penises all over the world to Osiris.
What were these obelisks?
The obelisks.
Obelisks. Let me ask you this: when there was predictions early on, you were predicting about there was conceivable, had we had to advance into some type of military operation, that there would be 14 cities that
Yeah.
might experience some chaos. Do you think that these obelisks are in any of those 14 cities?
Oh yeah, there are. They are. I've already checked. They are. I think they may be in all 14 cities. I was even surprised when I was in Phoenix to find an obelisk, and I put it in the movie Cages. Right,
Okay.
it's a small one, but yes, everything's ritualistic with these weirdos. It was a download of the. I just saw 14 cities burning. I really didn't know the implications of it, but when I look at some of the top most corrupted cities out there, they I found about 14, and they're pretty amazing. And I hope that doesn't happen. But that would be an indication that they turned it over to Antifa and groups like that.
One of the myths that go along with that, or the unknown, or the rumors, was that in these cities or in these sites, excuse me, there was satanic blood, like from Semics, or there were satanic elements that would be hit. So if these cities were hit, it would be to be taking back the dark spells, or or to like the dams, or etc.
I've heard.
And I don't know how true that is.
Well, the Semics blood thing is very interesting. I'm not going to name Semics. I'll just tell you.
Okay.
I will tell you though, there is a patent out there where you can use blood when putting cement together, and they happen to. Hey Reggie. This is, if you can see our big boy. This is our big 165 black bear German Shepherd. They actually say, when you read it, that it's used as a binding agent. So yeah, you can use human blood as a binding agent. How ridiculous! The fact that this is why I say we the people are complicit in what happens, is because we hear the stuff where it's like, okay,
and just go along with it. Yeah.
Now at least we're in the point where we're not going to say okay. We're going to go, well, that doesn't sound right. So mentioned in Cages that a lot of these cement plants, i.e. Semics, are right near railroad tracks, right near crematoriums. I'm sure it's just all coincidence, right?
I will tell you that I did drive by one unwittingly, and I know, and I did just get it. I don't know if I but I had a very dark feeling, and I don't know if it was just having that in my subconscious, or I really felt it. But I really got really horribly uncomfortable by passing by one in Florida. A huge operation, and it could just be because they seeded our consciousness with that narrative, and I was vulnerable about being, in that area during one of my times of some dark experiences.
Yeah.
And so my mind could have gotten away from me, but it was it's interesting.
Mine gets away from me all the time.
Yeah.
All right, let's spin. You ready?
Yep.
Y'all ready? Oh, false flags.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Oh,
You can go everywhere with that one.
Woo.
So you want to give the definition, or do you want to?
Yeah, well, it's. I'm glad you actually asked
pull
about
up the card.
I'm glad you. Oh, yeah, that's right. You do that.
I have a card, and I'll just read from the card. But go ahead and start with your.
So it's interesting because I think that the definition of false flags, it's funny you'd ask, because I actually believe that it's misunderstood sometimes.
Yeah. Alex Jones got sued for. We know that that who knows what the true narrative of all of that is, if he fell on the sword, or if that was just the wrong school that he brought up, for the event. But what else are you noting that might have been recent?
Well, let's get into that one.
Yeah.
Let's get into
the school shootings,
the Sandy Hook one. Yeah, because
with Parkland, Sandy Hook.
Okay, so I've said forever, and I don't know if Alex Jones has been flipped, but I believe he's controlled opposition.
I think he's been flipped.
So I'm gonna track to another narrative a few months before this. That was a controlled opposition deal. Do we all remember when Fox News was sued by Dominion?
Yeah.
And Fox said they had all the evidence, right?
Yeah.
So they went up in a lawsuit, and when it came time to present the evidence, they either weren't allowed or didn't present it. I think they didn't present it at all.
Yeah.
And therefore, they lost a suit for billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a controlled opposition move. So what they've done is they stole the narrative, and this is what Fox News does. So the narrative out there that and it was starting to get a lot of momentum. So what Fox News is, they jumped on that narrative to control market share, and this is what controlled opposition does. So they started agreeing with the narrative, and it brought everybody in. So we're only going to listen to Fox because they're the go-to guys. They're the premier. We'll ignore all the other information. And then, oh, look at this. Dominion is suing them. They're going to court. All right, we're going to see it now because they're going to disclose everything. They never had any intention to disclose everything. They intentionally, Fox News loses the Dominion lawsuit to do what? To blow up the narrative about Dominion. Now everybody goes, oh, wow, I guess there wasn't any information about that. They fell on the sword on purpose to blow up the narrative. I believe that this Alex Jones thing is the same exact thing. That he had the information on Sandy Hook. Many of us did. I mean, they could have done facial recognitions on the before and after pictures of the victims alone. They could have showed all the real estate deals with the parents in the area. They could have shown that with all the real estate being paid off, free house, the parents of the alleged victims. But he didn't show any of that. Why? Because it's controlled opposition move again. So what happened is soon everybody's paying attention. Okay, this is it. This is it. We're going to see about Sandy Hook. Finally, disclosure is here. Nothing, Alex? Oh, I guess it was a lie. It's all a lie. So what did they do? In both cases, the deep state completely, geniusly ripped away the narrative that Dominion is bad and ripped away the narrative that Sandy Hook is a false flag. It's epically smart. So I believe both of those were intentional.
I've seen observed false flags that I think were gray hat, white hat. I even think there was some false flag elements of J6, and that while J6 was happening, my intel or sources said that some of the white hats went in and got the laptops of Nancy Pelosi and these other persons while they were making it look as if they were trespassing. Number one, it wasn't really a big scandal. But could that not have been a reverse false flag in many ways when you when they took advantage of that opportunity for a white hat false flag? But not fully. But
no, I've mentioned this before. I believe there was two false flags going on. In J6. So I believe there was. I think the good guys knew that there was going to be a false flag and knew that they're going to breach the lines. Knew that certain cops, Capitol Police, would be put on the front lines. They would open the doors. They would let them in. They knew that. So what they've done is they infiltrated the infiltrators. And I believe it's likely that they, at minimum, assessed everything, if not actually stole the laptop and so on and so forth. Then the other false flag that was attached to it is what happened afterwards. And what happened afterwards was an amazing opportunity for the deep state to demonize President Trump and all of his followers.
Absolutely.
At that time. And remember, the reason why you see in D.C. all of the arrests from the Capitol and people can't get out because D.C. is a corporation within a corporation of the United States, and they literally wash aside all due process whatsoever. And that was used as a false flag, fear tactic in order to prevent people from standing up in places outside D.C. where due process still exists. We may not like it. It may be corrupt, but due process still exists. Or you get to talk to your attorney. They do set your bail. You can make bail. You can get out. All of this stuff, and the generally the sentences have to match the crime, right? All of that exists outside of D.C., but they've convinced everybody that that's everywhere. Therefore, the fear was in people. I don't even want to go protest in downtown Detroit because they're gonna arrest me forever. It's not true. It's never been true. So to me, it was a false flag wrapped in a psyop wrapped in a false flag. it was crazy. But I'm glad you brought up J6 because that's a perfect example.
So what about like even the events that happened with Kyle Rittenhouse or the black where they were using the Antifa? Wasn't these some of the false flags with Antifa when they were doing trying to make it appear as if though other things were happening that would reflect? I guess that's also another part. The Rittenhouse, some of those narratives came in with not false flags on our part, but with the elements that the deep state was trying to do. Black Lives Matters and some of these other things were, attempts with false flags to appear as if though something else was the root cause or the root purpose or agenda that it wasn't.
Yeah. It's a game.
Yeah.
They've the Marxists have figured this out with Saul Alinsky a long time ago.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They've got it. Let's spin again.
Absolutely.
Got a little time left here. Round and round the goal. Where it stops, nobody knows. Oh, NPCs.
This is your wheelhouse, but I might feed in after you wheelhouse that one.
Perfect timing.
Came up.
I know. I was so excited when Elon Musk said it looks like Biden and Harris are NPCs.
Yeah, that was wild. I had to say, did you say he said NBC or NPC? And it was NPC.
NPC. And
non-player character.
Thank you. Tell everybody in the audience it's
non-player character.
Non-player character. And I thought that was fascinating because is he indicating that these are from central casting? Is he indicating maybe they're clones? Is he indicating it's that standard robotic behavior? Is he indicating they're being puppeted? I don't know.
He dropped that
but it was so beautiful. It was just bam. And I was so surprised that people didn't pick up on it because maybe it's just me, but I got so excited.
You know the term, and I questioned you again, but no, it was NPC. And for Elon to drop something like that, that's right in his techno and gaming type arena, was very powerful and very subtle. Yeah. So it was like a disclosure. I want to go back and review that part of it again.
And well, we have NPCs all over the place. We see them all the time. Okay, so I'm going to we'll tell you two stories. I'll tell you the last one first and the first one last. So Alan happens to be in town with me, and we were at a sandwich shop yesterday.
Yeah.
And a lady had her mask on, right?
Oh.
But when she's a close talker. Do you guys know what a close talker is? They talk like this. They're right in your face, right? She's a close talker. Check this out. So she has her mask on, but when she goes to talk to somebody, she pulls it down and gets closer.
It's crazy.
And we're looking at this like, are we seeing this? It's like, even if exact definition that what monkeypox is. So guys, wake up. So that will help people with that narrative. Now, the first story, which happened, I believe it was a week before this, my wife and I are driving through a parking lot. And sometimes I'm very empathetic, and sometimes I'm an ass.
Yeah,
it's okay. It just depends on my mood, right? Yeah. I'm a Gemini. Maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows?
Yeah.
All I know is I'm driving. I make a left turn in this parking lot, and this guy walks in front, big, tall guy with a neck like a giraffe, and he says, and he has this mask on his chin, right? He's walking through the parking lot, and I roll down the window, of course. I'm a very friendly, nice guy, and I yell. I said, "Is your chin safe?" And then I said, "Good job," right? And my wife turns around and I look in the rearview mirror, and here's the part that was NPC Central, which I couldn't believe. We're driving away, and for no less than 10, maybe 15 seconds, here's what we saw in the rearview mirror. Frozen. He's like, it's like a chip went off in his brain or something. He went, and he's looking at us without no expression. It's just the weirdest thing. Didn't budge. There's another NPC. God, thank God for that one.
And I think what it is like when we first started, you said, "What's going on right now?" I think a lot of what's happening right now is breaking cognitive dissonance. You broke that guy's cognitive dissonance for a brief moment.
Yeah.
What's happening right now with the media reveal and what we're seeing with Kamala running the race and all these characters coming back, as they're doing a movie simulation for the left, what we picked up in the queue in the early aspects. So they're making these people ridicule themselves, look silly, because Ilhan Omar comes back and wins her primary yesterday, and so people are wondering, what is she doing back? So what this is going to do is another opportunity to go back and look when these people likely flipped, plus give the left an opportunity to have a reveal on what all these characters. We're getting the information on Walt. We're getting all these double storylines on people now. So it's giving the left a time to revisit some of the histories of the globalist left side. So it's crazy.
This is where I do believe that, and some people get upset with me. I had to ban somebody from a chat yesterday because she called me every name that you can't imagine.
In the chat?
Yeah, because I'm saying that the white hats are probably controlling Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And what? No, you effing da 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 da. You're buying into the BS. I'm like, okay, stop. I'm thinking, hold on a second. These are the two least qualified people in the history of the world to run for office. Literally, Tim Walz is a Marxist piece of crap that has failed his state like nobody's failed it before. Cackling knee pad Kamala Harris has blown her way to the top. Come on, and she didn't even have 1%, and she was installed as the candidate. But I'm sorry, the Democrats may be evil, but they're not stupid. They're the deep state is very intelligent. They would never put up the two worst possible candidates ever.
She got in her presidential bid, she got the lowest 1% rating when she was running for president. How does all of a sudden, when she has done nothing of any substance, her czar or her category was the border. She hasn't been to the border. All of these things that are not even logical. I don't understand the algorithms of the Democrats. I saw this wonderful description of Walt on Democrats' Facebook pages where they're talking about how what a great guy. He's the only one who started the very first gay straight alliance in school so that there could be unity and cohesion. And so they're like, oh, what a nice man, having people get along, So they're getting different narratives than what we're revealing. So the only thing that's going to come out is what comes out on mainstream media. I'm excited to see what comes out at the Democratic convention because I think we're going to see who's in control. But I think there's going to be some reckless probably events. I'm hoping anyway.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they have to.
I'm actually, for the first time in my life, I'm excited
about watching a Democrat.
About watching the Democratic National Convention.
It is.
I really am excited because I think something's going to be. If they say Hillary is showing up, well, what form of Hillary is showing up? Because that Hillary is gone.
Wouldn't it be nice if there's a glitch, something obvious like a major glitch or something in the.
We'll see. Yeah. We keep hoping. I think it's going to go farther than that. But,
well, I hope this will be a big reveal, the Democratic.
So Ellen and I are going to get some water real quick, guys, so you can watch this real quick.
Awesome.
We are back. That's Louis Herms. This is Alan Fountain.
Nice. What a good-looking man you are.
Or is it vice versa?
Vice versa.
I don't know. Hey, look at this. Just so you know, we're drinking out of cups directly from Harry Truman, thanks to our good friend that is in chat. I think he's in chat right now, Tom. Thank you, Tom, if you're watching. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I got the story during the commercial.
Yeah, I think you got him from the Harry Truman Library. He's he's a good guy. You met Tom before.
Yeah. I had dinner at his house.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All righty. Anybody want another spin? I'm not going to wait for the answer because there's a delay, of course. So, here we go.
Silver.
Oh, he called it.
Is it silver?
Yes, it is. Oh, wow. Two coins this time.
Oh, nice.
Oh my Lord.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we got to get the next topic ready.
Okay.
All right. We can't do that again. Sorry. Remember I said it's good if it hits silver again, it has to go to the left?
Yeah.
So go to the left. So that shadow government.
Nice.
Deep state. Is that what it is?
Shadow government, deep state.
Okay, cool. So what we'll do is, guys, start putting your numbers in for your silver. whatever number you want, put it in chat right now, and you'll get 2 silver coins. In the meantime, Alan and I will be talking about shadow government deep state. And because we don't want the numbers to go too long, we're not going to carry this conversation on too long. But what's your thoughts on shadow government?
Well, I did a full article on the shadow government, and it's in my blog.
What is your blog?
My blog is www.GF4JUSTICE.com. And the origin of this blog started when a gentleman from the State Department, the Army of Northern Virginia, came into my life after I wrote an article called Spiritual Warfare, Dirty Politics. And this was in February 16th of 2018. This article ultimately got sent to 110 countries. And then my blog started being forwarded to 180 countries. So I think I helped participate as a Pedalgate whistleblower, see the consciousness of this narrative through all of these embassies for them to start their own Q movements in those countries. So this is why I'm proud of the blog, but I did an article on the deep state. The deep state and shadow government. I included in there 3 seminars by Kevin Shipp, who's a former CIA officer who was the only one to ever properly, effectively sue the CIA for some elements that happened to him with a house where it was had mildew and all that. But he did a great seminar explaining every detail of the shadow government. What it is basically the Bilderberg group, which is in that.
Hold on, I'm so sorry, guys. That no more numbers. We can't keep them going forever. I apologize. That's so the numbers stop now. Whoever the last person is coming in, go ahead, Al.
Yeah. So the deep state consists of what Trump has always been talking about. The deep state, which is that bureaucracy made up of the senior executive services, the Bilderberg group, all of these elements that are not common in our history about who's running the world in America. The senior executive services, the Bilderberg group, all of these bureaucrats that are not part of Congress that are making decisions. It was part of the 7th floor FBI. These were all parts of the shadow government. So, but in my blog, in there, it's about, do you truly know Trump's taking out the deep state and shadow government? And there's an article in there, but really good stuff. And if you don't know our history, it's important for you to understand what's going on right now it's been kept from you.
So Alan has a wonderful, wonderful blog. He did age himself because he told you to start it with www. That just means he's past 60. You don't have to.
Hey, don't call me out.
You don't have to do that anymore.
Oh, you don't? You just put in jail? Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to do it anymore. All the browsers automatically recognize it. So
you young whippersnapper.
You young whippersnappers, you. You'll all. It's so funny. So let's run a number really quick. The last number, as we know, was 33. So I will hit the randomizer and let's see who we get. This is fun, Al. You guys get 2 silver coins, actual, real U.S. minted silver coins. So they're worth a ton. Dun dun dun. 94. 94, which would be 13. Take back that number. 94. Who's closest to 94? By the way, guys, sorry hello there. If you have put in multiple numbers, you are disqualified. Oh. Don't do that. Okay, who's closest to 94? Should I roll it again?
Or should we say 13?
Right. My wife said roll it again. Let's roll it again. Bum, bum, bum. 50. Anybody got a 50? And I'll even, if you don't have a 50, but you put it,
there's a 49.
If you put a 5 in there, we'll give it to you. Nothing? Okay. Last one. Now, if we don't nail it right on the head, we will go with who is closest to that number. 52. Did you say there was a 49 there? There's a 53. That would be your winner if there's not a 52. Who has 53?
Oral Watcher.
What is it?
Aura Watcher.
Aura Watcher. You are a wiener. Aura Watcher, just send us an email to screwbiggov@protonmail.com. Screwbiggov@protonmail.com. Say, I'm a wiener. I won 2 silver coins, and put your address in there. We will send them out to you. Congratulations, Aura Watcher. That is awesome. Guys, this is why if you're watching this recorded, you should have been here live. That's right. Quit your job, right? Leave your kids in daycare and be here to watch us
This
live.
is episode 3, if you have to put it in the category of what show you want.
Episode. See, this is why. Remember, I always talk about being authentic. That's
Yeah.
why I'm tying my shoe on camera right now.
Yes, you know, you gotta.
I don't give a
It's just a
damn.
conversation.
I
you
don't
know?
give a crap.
It's 2 guys chilling. That's it.
Can
Yeah.
you see? Can you see? Oh, my dog's right here. The beautiful boy. He's asleep. Can't even see his.
He's enjoying being
He is.
able to.
He's loving. He just has to be near us all the time. All right, so let's spin the wheel for the last time.
Excellent.
Before we do that, I know now that you're representing a wonderful product. What is that?
With the Accent Nutrition, which is the I've been using the products for quite a while now, but I've been using the coffee. I started a year ago. Their coffee is mold free. I was sensitive to candida and different molds and some of the impurities that were coming in coffee. And this one is mold free and it's clean.
Biotoxin,
fully biotoxin. But I've noticed that the coffee, I'm not having any side effects or anything that I would normally have with coffee that I would get from going to some of the commercial blends. But also I'm using their different products, the nutrition, the fulvic acid, the pine needle extract, and I'm even using, just started using the lion's mane mushrooms.
Oh, nice.
Everybody's talking about the benefits of that. And I can't really report just yet on the benefits, but I've just started using it. But I met Lance more than a year ago, and this is one of the most highest integrity people that I've ever met.
Oh, yeah.
Hardworking and this dedication. And so I'm really proud to sponsor and represent and use his products. But that's Ascent Nutrition. There's a link in the.
And also on the banner, you'll see it pop up here. It'll say Alan's Ascent Nutrition right there. There's a link there, link below in the description. So you're not only supporting Lance, you're supporting Alan at the same time. And if you want to get amazing service and get your silver or gold, you want to flip over your IRA, or you just want to get silver coins, nobody's better than using Verity Metals, veritymetals.com, which is also on your screen. Awesomeness. All righty. I guess this is our last spin. I feel sad, Alan.
All right, go, Vanna.
It's I am Vanna. It's pretty sad. Okay, here we go. Round and round we go. Where she stops, nobody knows. Well, that's already hit the shadow government. We're not going to do that again.
We're going to do another spin.
Let's spin it again, or if we get a duplicate, we will go to the left like we talked about. We should be going to the right. Let's go to the right. We'll go to the right this time. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Another silver. Okay, Alan built this. He rigged it for you guys, I'm sure. This is crazy.
I want him to do well.
How expensive is this? I'm starting to sweat. All right, cool. Well, that's 2 silver coins again, guys. Start putting in your numbers. This will be the last time for the silver coins. 2 silver coins. Put in your number 1 through 100 right now. How fun is this? This is cool. This is our first time ever giving it away. We're going to give away
3 in the
5 coins, 3 different people. That's awesome. Cool. All right, let's spin it one more time. We're going to the right this time if it lands on a silver or a category we already had. We're learning the rules as we go along. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Adrenochrome.
Oh my God.
Flash luge. Are we really
We're going deep?
We're really gonna finish the show like that?
Oh my goodness, on a hard note.
What in the world? Okay, well, before we get to that, let's get people to put their numbers in, guys. Also, we are so excited about the Unity Tour. As you saw our little commercial there, it's free. We're gonna have hundreds of speakers coming and showing up. We're going to be teaching tools literally that you can use inside your community to finally take your community back. I was on the Jim Price show today, and it was a great conversation, so you guys should go see that. I'll post it when he puts it up on Rumble. We talked a lot about how powerful it is to take your community back because we focus on the national when really all the difference is made locally. And the micro, as I said, will fix the macro. So folks, go to unitytour.us and please just either support by forwarding all of our advertisements and flyers all over the place. Get Patriot groups involved. We actually have a flyer where a Patriot group can put their own logo on there and say, hey, we're going to the Unity Tour. Hand them out. Find local people. If you know any podcasters that you have the information on that you think should be invited. If you know of a beautiful story within a city near where we are, let us know. If you know somebody that is a fantastic at singing a Patriot song, let us know. We'll have them sing a Patriot song. Guys, this is going to be an amazing event. So go to unitytour.us, and if you want to volunteer, fantastic. This is free, so if you have the means, we would like to see if you can donate also, but don't feel obligated to do that because this is absolutely a free event. unitytour.us. All right. Numbers stop now. Let's see. Somebody will write in their numbers closed, which I appreciate. And as soon as they write in numbers closed, we will run this. All right. And in chat, put in numbers closed. Please, when you hear me say numbers closed. There is a delay. Apologize for this, folks. Numbers closed. Thank you again, Ace. Here we go, guys. Dun, dun, dun. Randomizer 1 through 100. The winner is number 78. Do we have a 78? No 78. Running it again. The number is 89. Is there an 89? Which is 17. If there's not an 89, we're going to give it to a 17 if anybody put in 17. No 89? Is there a 17? Ooh, I can't believe you guys would have missed 17. That's not like y'all.
Do we go back to the beginning, or is it since the last drawing? How do you do that?
Yes, it's the, since.
No.
Last
Only
drawing.
the last, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, next one, guys, and it'll be whoever's closest to this if we don't get the numbers. 71. Does that tell you 17 again? 71.
Yep.
We have a 71, a 71, a 71. People are putting in, huh? Tom had 71? Does it? Okay, cool. Tom who? Well, I don't think it says Tom, our friend, on the chat. So
Tom Free.
It says Tom Free 73. Wow, we got 71. That's amazing.
Tom Free 73 winner.
That's amazing.
2 silver coins going right to your house. Email us at screwbiggov@protonmail.com with your address. Love you, Tom. You just got 2 free silver coins. Awesome. Congratulations. That is from Verity Metals. Go to veritymetals.com. Boom. Last one. Talk about adrenochrome.
This is a very heavy topic, and a lot of people.
It's so heavy, I'm going to have to kick back my seat.
You do kick back because it's really, really sad that
Meditate.
this is something that we didn't really know that was part of our reality and consciousness. What is these other density dimensions who some of the Illuminati characters are getting secrets from. They try to make these things happen in our society, so we submit this pheromone type energy, and then these interdimensionals come to them through channeling mechanisms or witchcraft or spells and give them the secrets to formulas, to past histories. So this is why this system was secret and hidden. This is some of other people's definitions, plus some of the stuff I got from some military people who gave us all insights. But I have a full article on it if you want to go read it.
So and you should go read it. And what's interesting is because the perception or the story is these are off-worlders, these are aliens, there's this, and this is how they get their energy, so on and so forth. Just so you guys know, it doesn't matter whether that's true or not, because they believe it's true.
Yeah.
And to extract its adrenochrome and get what they think the luge is at the same. So it doesn't matter if they get any benefit from it. They believe they do, so they're willing to do the crazy things. Plus,
insanity.
plus they're so arrogant and they tend to tell on themselves. So the first time you ever saw the symbol of the little girl that was carved up allegedly by
I have a
Hillary
picture
Clinton and
right
Uma
here.
Abedin was in a movie that Tom Hanks was in, and he
Yep.
had a ball called Wilson, and that
Yep.
had the character on it. That was
Frazzle drip.
that was not an accident.
No.
And then you see Ellen and several other people, like there's a famous rapper that was wearing it, so on and so forth. They think it's just very cool and cute,
Yeah.
right? But literally, this is how sick these people are. So it again, you don't need hardcore evidence to know that these people are sick in the head.
Yeah, yeah.
There's enough circumstantial evidence for you to figure it out right away. And I think the first image ever was in the movie. What was the movie called with Tom Hanks? He was on an island.
Oh yeah, with Castaway. No.
Yeah, I think it was Castaway.
Yeah.
And anyways, they printed that face on the volleyball,
Yep.
and he named that volleyball Wilson. And what was the most? Think about it too. What was the most important thing to Tom Cruise in the movie by far, hands down? It wasn't getting saved. It was Wilson.
Yeah.
And he said Wilson was everything to him. Wilson saved his life. Wilson made him who he is today. Think about that, folks.
Yeah. And there's in this article, there's photographs. Sadly, there's one of Oprah Winfrey with her having a frazzle drip painting behind her, which I don't know. We still the debate is still out on
let's
her.
just tell it like it is. You want her to be innocent in this. Something about her, which I understand.
Well,
you don't want everybody.
I don't want her to be innocent.
Right.
I just know that she's coming back into consciousness
because of Trump now.
Because of what I see happening. So she either was an infiltrator agent, and that'll come out later, or she's getting a pass. I don't really want her. I just want to know what the truth is, because I can see her having been used as an agent, but I also saw the good she did, and I also saw the projected evil. She would have to have pretended to be evil if she was infiltrating. So either way, she either is, and we're only going to know this when history comes back.
So you're thinking, and let's be honest. I'm hoping that some of them are good. To be honest with you, I don't want wholesale a bunch of evil people that I want some infiltrators in there pretending to get the information. So
I'm just saying
that you think it's possible that the picture behind her could have been planted as
to make her part of the club.
Illusion of her alliance being within the club.
That's also conceivable, because I know that we're not going to know until we know. The fact that Trump is including her in his promotions, and sending out greetings to her through Dr. Phil, it just doesn't make sense unless he's endearing us back to her for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. It's interesting. When this topic came up, I was pissed.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want this to be the last topic of the day.
Yeah. We can end on a positive note.
I don't like ending on a negative note, and I'm reading chat, and they concur with the same thing with that. But we have to talk about this stuff. But let's also talk about. It really seems to me that most of the so-called A-list Hollywood types have just disappeared.
Yeah, except for Oprah and
right, but they've been taken off the map. I mean, there's at least 100 of them, and I can't count 5 that I think are really prevalent anymore. They're certainly not doing all these interviews that they used to do.
Yeah.
One of my biggest barometers for this, Alan, is TMZ. TMZ
that's a good
would hunt down these celebrities all the time and show them coming out of restaurants, showing them clubs, theaters, all this stuff, showing them walking to a grocery store. They're not getting that film footage anymore.
Yeah.
That's a huge indication that many of these crazies have been taken off the map already.
Yeah, don't anyone ever get me wrong to think that I want her to be good or that I'm enjoying that. I have seen all these different elements.
I'll say it. I want some of them to be good.
Yeah.
Because I really don't want. I do want infiltrators into the mix and people pretending to be bad so they can get the information and take out the evil.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping some of them will be good.
But
I don't know who is and who's not.
The only way I would let these people back into my orbit of participating in their products or their move or anything would be is if they come out and have an honest conversation about this narrative and sometime in the future. Otherwise, they don't exist to me.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what?
something positive.
Well, there's a lot positive, really. I think I'm seeing a sea change, and people are starting to take personal accountability. So they know it's much more important to grow produce at their house than
Yeah.
buy it from a large store,
Yeah.
right? They're starting to figure out. People are starting even to figure out how they can kind of manipulate the energy so they're not paying the full energy bills. I'm seeing
Yeah.
people rise up. I'm seeing a lot of people go into local schools and say, no, you can't do this and do this with our
Yeah.
kids. So I believe we're definitely going in the right direction. I think a big positive, if we can talk about that, when you have states talking about and putting bills up to end chemtrails, that is a massive deal. That is a massive, massive deal because that means that is in the public now.
Yeah.
And for somebody to say there's no disclosures, I'm like, wait a second. Uh, how can you say there's no disclosures when Tennessee outlawed chemtrails and
Yeah.
Texas is trying to do the same in other places? How can you say there's no disclosures when that's actually happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, there's massive disclosures.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about fluoride.
Yep.
And I think deuterium's the hit. That's when we're going to rise up and take care of it really, really quick. I don't think it would last long after that. We'll see.
Yeah.
All I know is the energy seem to be going in the right direction, and I really do believe we've got this.
I do too. You know, this is not sustainable much longer past this election. I think we will have stretched that tether as far as we can stretch it.
Good point.
You know, by time January gets here, and either we're going to be in a shutdown, and there are going to be mass arrests of the unarrested people, or a new system's coming. Something's got to give. It's not sustainable much longer. Yeah, but positive things have happened. We've seen it.
Yep,
over the last
it
8
is.
years.
I'm looking forward to the future, guys. Go to screwbiggub.com for all the films and everything you need. The Unity Tour is on there also. And of course, click on the links below to make sure you get Ascent Nutrition, which supports Alan and the lovely Lance Shuttler. Folks, we love you. God bless you. Just know we've got this. By the way, Friday there's a special show with a bunch of people that are involved in the Unity Tour. That'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That'll be good.
Take
That's
care,
gonna be a
folks.
great week. Great month.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
See you guys. Bye-bye.